Man, today felt like a big event inside the Moody Center. Texas versus Oklahoma. College game day was in the building. The crowd was filled about 30 minutes before tip-off, and so you could just feel the energy and the atmosphere was excited for this big game. But if people were like me, the subplot for this matchup was, of course, the point guards, Aaliyah Chavez versus Rory Harmon. And remember, the freshman from Oklahoma, she actually highly considered coming to Austin to play for the Longhorns, but instead she chose the other school across the Red River. And I will say, I was on the court when Chavez got introduced for the starting five, and I'm not gonna lie, there were a couple boos that rained down into the court after Aaliyah Chavez's name was announced over the speakers. But let's get into these highlights, y'all, so y'all can see what all went down here at the Moody Center. This was the first matchup of the season between these two squads, and you can tell by UT's defensive effort, they couldn't wait for this one. Rory Harmon with the steal, then finishes with an open layup to set the tone, and that energy trickled down the roster. Justice Carlton had herself a game. That three was one of 16 points for the sophomore. And you already know, Chavez was going to get hers, though. It may be Sunday, but the bank is still open for Aaliyah. She only made 2 shots, though, in the first half. Unlike Texas's freshman named Aaliyah, Miss Crump got active, going straight to the rack for an easy layup. She got more in her bag, though. Watch this. Can I get a number 3, please? Yes, you can. Crump led all scorers with 10 points at halftime. Then Brianna Preston wanted in on the fun, too. She said, "Pull up on me." And one with the stank face. I love that energy. Things started to get out of hand in that first half. UT was up by 20 before halftime. Oklahoma tried to make things interesting after intermission. Chavez hit some buckets and cut the lead to single digits, but it wasn't enough as Texas was too much. They protect home court for the 38th consecutive time, despite the distractions leading up to the game. Coach Schaefer was impressed with the way his team handled all of that.
I don't really get too worried about them. I might worry about some of the others, but I don't worry about them too much. Again, I'm really proud of our program. I'm proud of our kids. I'm proud that ESPN and ABC think enough of us here at Texas to come here and do that. And but again, it's like I've said all along, it's the product. You know, these kids are, man, if you watch that game today, they're amazing.
Yeah, so you saw in the highlight how Aaliyah, Crump, and of course Justice Carlton had some big-time games, but it was actually the seniors, well, I shouldn't say seniors, but the leaders on this team, Madison Booker and Rory Harmon, who really stepped up for this team and for this win. And both of them spoke about how much they appreciate each other being on this team and how much each other means to each other on this team.
I mean, Rory's a good player. I mean, I don't think people understand how hard she works and how critical she is for this team. I think they asked me after the game, like, how was our defense so effective this game in the first half? And it starts with Rory Harmon. Like, she's our engine. I mean, when you see her go hard, we all go hard. We're in passing lanes, we're stealing, we're blocking out, getting rebounds. I think we're so much better in that end when she's at her best.
So an impressive win for the Longhorns today, but of course, it doesn't stop here. There's a tough stretch coming up, starting with the number 6 overall team in the country, LSU, and of course, Kim Mulkey gets a step back into this arena. Now, Coach Schaefer talked about it after the game. He knows last time they faced the Tigers, it was turnovers that caused problems for the Longhorns, and so this time around, they're hoping they can fix those on Thursday.